Hi and welcome to our tutorial for our macrame wall hanging. In this session I'm going to show you how to make our semicircle mini wall hanging, and this just uses two knots. It uses the lark's head knot to attach cords to the stick, and it uses the double hitch knot to create the semicircle rows. Okay, so I'm going to show you what you need, grab everything, and we'll go through how to make one. Okay, so for this tutorial you will need a wooden stick. If you've bought the kit, you will have one of these in there. This is approximately 15 centimetres long, and it's just a wooden natural stick which gives a nice rustic feel. You can use a wooden dowel if you prefer, it's entirely up to you. You will need a bulldog clip to hold your work steady whilst we're working. You will also need, have been cut 1 metre long, and you'll have a bit of spare just in case we need it as we go along, and then finally to hang the piece. Okay, so I've got my 8 cords, and today I'm just using the single twist cord. I always use the bobbiny cord just because I like working with it. And this is the 3mm single twist in teal. Okay, so you've cut 8 lengths that are 1 metre long, and we're going to attach 2 of those lengths with a lark's head knot. Okay, so fold one of the lengths in half so that the ends meet and you're working evenly. Then you've got the loop, the other end, put the loop over the stick and then pull the other 2 cords through, pull it tightly so it sits snugly against the stick, and there you've got 1 lark's head knot. Okay, I'm going to repeat that with another cord. So again, make sure they meet at the end. You've got your loop over and then put it through and pull the cords together. Okay, and there we go. We've got 2 lark's head knots. Right, now what I am going to do is I'm going to attach my work to the top of my board with a clip. There we go. Okay. All right, and that's just to hold it in place whilst we are working. All right, then what I'm going to do is we're going to be creating, and these are hitch knots. Okay, so there's a half hitch knot and there's a double hitch knot. We're going to be working with a double hitch knot. So to do that, I'm going to leave my left cord, okay, and I'm going to use my second cord in as my filler cord, okay. And then what I'm going to do is with the third cord along, I'm going to take it behind the filler cord, under, and I'm going to pull it through like that. So we've wrapped it round the filler cord. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it so it's like snug and tight against the first cord. Okay, so that's half a hitch knot. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to repeat that. So take the cord over the filler cord, under, and then I'm going to come through this loop. Okay, if you can see that there, then that is a double hitch knot, and then you can just pull it so it's nice and tight and snug against the first knot, so we haven't got gaps. Okay, then I'm going to repeat that again. So over the filler cord, through, and then I'm going to pull this through the loop. Okay, there we go, that's half, and then I'm going to repeat that so it's a double hitch knot. Okay, now what we're going to do, take that off there, is this cord we need to attach to the stick with a lark's head knot. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to take the cord over my stick, and I've got this loop here, and I'm going to pull that through the loop. Okay, and then I'm going to shuffle that up so it's snug against the next one. Now we're going to make the second half of the lark's head knot. So this time we're going to go behind the stick. Okay, and I've got this loop here behind the stick, and then this is going to pull through that loop. Okay, and that joins that cord with a lark's head knot. Okay, so you can see now we've got 3 lark's head knots on the stick, and we've got our first semicircle of double hitch knots. Okay, now I'm going to work on this side, and I'm going to go back across, so I'm going to go from right to left this time. So I'm going to add another cord with a lark's head knot. Okay, there we go. And actually what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to use the pins, because the clip I've got's not quite wide enough for the board that I'm using. Okay, so we've added a cord to the right now. Now we're going to leave the first cord, okay, and that just keeps it nice and even and makes it nice and neat as we're going along. And this time I'm going to use the second cord from the right, and this is going to be my filler cord, and we're going to work back across to the left. So take my cord over the filler cord, through the loop, and then pull it so it's nice and neat there. Okay, and repeat that. So I've got a double hitch knot. I'm sat in the conservatory. I don't know if you can hear the wind. It's very windy but very lovely. Right, I'm going to put that to the right now, and I'm going to take the next cord along, over and through the loop, push it into place before you make it too tight, and again for the double. Okay, there we go, and I'm going to do that again. Now what we might find is, and I think that's going to happen on here, is we might find that we get a gap where the cord making the double hitch knot, it doesn't fill the gap. It's because obviously we're increasing the size of the semicircle. So I'll show you what we'll do there. And what we'll do there, this is where you need your bit of extra cord. I'm going to take another one. I'm going to cut it probably just about 50 centimetres long. But this time I'm going to join it onto here with a reverse lark's head knot. Okay, so I'm going to go under the cord. Okay, could be a bit tricky. I'm going to get it through there. There we go. And I'm going to pull those cords through. There we go. So that makes, it looks like another hitch knot to fill that gap, but actually what we've done is attached another cord with a reverse lark's head knot. Okay, but you wouldn't know the difference, would you? Okay, and it just fills that gap, so we haven't just got a bare filler cord. Okay, and then I'm going to use my last cord to make a double hitch. And this is where you need something to keep your work steady. There we go. Okay, so now I've gone all the way around. So now what I need to do is I need to attach this cord again to the stick by making a lark's head knot. So go over the top, and then I want to come through this gap here. Okay, so pull that, okay, fiddle it. And then for the second part, we're going to go behind the stick, bring it over and through the loop. Okay, and then we're just going to wiggle them until they look nice and neat. Okay, so there we go. All right, so we've now got 5 lark's head knots on the stick, and we've got 3 rows, including the first one, we've got 3 rows of semicircle. And we're just going to keep repeating that, moving from left to right and then right to left. So I'm going to take my other cord. I've just finished on the left, so I'm going to attach this one to the left. Okay, I'm going to secure my work. I'm going to add another pin to secure it as well. You'll find your best way of securing your work whilst you're making these projects. Okay, again, leave the first cord out of the way, and then I'm going to make my next row. Double hitch knot, double hitch knot with the next one, and so on. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make this row, and then I'm going to make another 2 rows. Okay, so I'm going from left to right now, then I'll go from right to left, then I'll go from left to right. Do that now, and I'll meet you when we're done. Okay, so we have finished our rows, and what we need to do now is we need to make a hanging cord. So I'm going to take another one of my cords that we'd cut at the beginning, one of my metre length cords, and this is entirely up to you how long you want your hanging piece to be, but this is how we're going to attach it. So one end you want to fold about 10 centimetres, and I turn my work upside down here to do this, because this time we're going to attach it with a reverse lark's head knot. So the loop behind the stick, okay, now one end's obviously going to be shorter, so be careful when you pull them through. Okay, so pull them through. There we go, like that. So you want to leave the short end, and we're going to take the long end over to the other side, because that's going to make the other lark's head to attach it to. Okay, so we're going to take it over the stick, okay, and then we're going to take it behind the stick and then through that loop. Okay, it's a bit fiddly. Okay, so there we go. And then you're just going to pull that and it's attached nice and neatly. So the actual wall hanging looks the same as the rest of the knots attached. Okay, now to secure that, all I'm going to do is just tie a regular knot just to secure it. Okay, if you want that end left dangling, you can, or you can just trim a bit off, and the same this side. Okay, and there you have your hanging semicircle. Now the very final last touch is these dangling cords. You can choose, and it's entirely up to you, how long you would like them to hang. Okay, you can have them short, okay, like that one, or you could have them hanging quite long, or on this one you can cut them in sort of like a pointy shape, or you could cut them in a semicircle shape to match the shape of the actual pattern. Okay, what I would do is I would cut them to your length first before you fray them, and then we'll get fraying again. Using the single twist cords is nice and easy to fray. So if I wanted, I'm going to make this one quite long, so I'm going to cut, can you see that? There you go. I'm going to cut that all the way down here. I'm just going to cut roughly where I want them to go. I need a good sharp pair of scissors. These Fiskars ones are great. Okay, so I've roughly cut it where I want it to hang, and then I'm just going to start untwisting these cords. You can do it by hand, or if you've just got a comb, just start combing it from the end. It's just like combing hair, really. At the beginning, they'll still begin to twist like that. Okay, and you can you fray them for as much as you want frayed. Some people just want the ends frayed, some people want the whole thing frayed. Okay, and then let me just turn over. I'm going to do it from the other side. Okay, you can spend ages doing this and making it as neat as you want to. Some people like the rough finish at the bottom with them slightly different lengths. Some like them cut all nice and neat. Okay. And what you can get is you can get like a fabric stiffener, so that once you've got these all nice and neat and how you want them, I'll turn them back over, you can spray some fabric stiffener, and it should hold them in place a bit more. Okay. You can spend ages grooming your wall hanging, and you might also, that when it's hanging in place, you might also decide that every now and again you just want to comb the fringe through so it looks pristine. Okay, right, well I'm going to leave it there, but again you could carry on fraying as much as you like. And if you can see what I mean at the end, at the moment there, it's all different lengths. Okay, but what you can do, I'll get carried away doing this. What you can do is with your scissors, if you want a complete blunt edge, you can do it with scissors actually. especially if you've got hairdressing experience, you'll be very good at this. Okay, and I'm just going to trim it. Okay, you can see it's getting there. Okay, and just any extra bits, just trim. So it's as neat as you would like it to be. Which this bit is why you need a good pair of scissors. Okay, so I'm still a bit wonky at the moment, but I'm going to just carry on. Okay, again you can hold it up. So I've got it flat against the board to show you on camera, but you can hold it up as well to make sure that you're getting level. It's curling again at the moment, it's not a problem. Like I say, once I've done that, keep going over it, flattening the edge. Okay, you can tuck it in. There you go. And then, like I say, what I could do is if I sprayed some fabric stiffener on there, and it's not a necessity, but it would just help hold them into place a bit more. It's like if you're making the leaves, to stop your leaves curling. Okay, and there you go. There is your mini semicircle wall hanging. Okay, so there we go. We've got our finished semicircle wall hanging. We're all good to go. Pop it on display, and I hope you enjoyed it. You can make them bigger with more sticks, longer sticks and more rows. You could do them in different colours. The possibilities are endless. Okay, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, click on the like button and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks, bye.